the offense just getting a chance to reset a little bit?
I think it was great for us. You know, it came at a really crucial time. You know, going into a road trip against a really good ECU team, and I think we really capitalized on it. You know, we rested some guys that needed to rest, and you know, got in a few extra practices. So we'll feel really good about the scheme we got going on Thursday.
First 3 road games don't do you any favors, going to Norman, going to TCU, and now going to a place that's known for being a hostile environment. How much does, though, playing in those couple games help for kind of an expectation of what it'll be like Thursday night?
Yeah, I mean, that's why you play college football. You know, you play college football so you can go play at Norman, go play in Fort Worth, and go and play ECU at ECU. It's a really incredible opportunity, and I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Did it feel like that win against Charlotte was pretty big for you guys, that you wouldn't have to go into the bye on a sour note, know that you're still undefeated in the conference? Kind of thinking back on it, does that feel like a really big deal?
Absolutely, yeah. You always want to go into the bye week with a win. You know, it takes a little bit of pressure off your shoulders going to the next week. You don't feel like you have to do a ton during the bye week and kind of over practice and overcompensate for a loss. So it was definitely great starting off with our first conference game with a win, and going to a bye week for sure. Yeah, you definitely want to get a win going to the bye week.
What were some of the things you guys talked about as an offense, just this bye week, and what you wanted to kind of focus on, or self-scout and things like that?
You know, I think just the main word that we're trying to instill into everybody is just execution. You know, we've got. I've been saying this since the spring. We've got the pieces to do everything. You know, we've got great running backs, great receivers, all around the board. We have what it takes. So it's just a matter of going into this 6-7 game stretch of can we show up to practice every day and focus on execution and just be present. You know, we can't look too far into the future. It's all about what we're doing this practice, this day, and that's the kind of mindset we're taking to Thursday.
What have you seen on tape from East Carolina's defense? It's a tough defense. How they like to, you know, to apply a lot of pressure. What have you been seeing from them so far?
They look good on film. You know, it's I think they're one of the top-ranked defenses in our conference. I know they've got a lot of really talented guys in the box that can make plays, and also some good DBs as well. You know, they kind of do some interesting stuff on scheme-wise on defense that will which will be fun to go up against. You know, it's more fun going up against kind of some exotic stuff sometimes than it is just elementary stuff. So we're gonna be prepared for that game on Thursday, and we feel good about it.
So what are some things that you kind of figured out about not only yourself but the offense as a whole just over the first 5 games?
You know, I think we've been in a position to win every game. I feel like, and I think I'd say what I've learned the most about our offense is that, you know, I said it after the OU game, we can play with anybody. We've got every piece we need to be successful. And not only that, we have guys that show up every single day. You know, there's so much that goes on off the field behind these cameras that, like, so many people have no idea what's going on in the lives of some of these guys. And the way that people show up here every single day, put that all aside, and focus on winning a championship and bringing the school the first championship in 40 years is really, really impressive. And that gives me a ton of confidence in my guys and the coaching staff and this whole team.
Kind of going off that, and I hate answering these, and I'm going to make you do it, but if you had to kind of give yourself, or just this offense as a whole, a grade at this point of the season, what would that be, and why?
I don't know, man. I mean, there's some things we do really well. There's some things we got to work on. You know, I feel like we've done a good job at trying to show up and just be consistent each day. But I'm kind of lost for a grade. Sorry about that.
When you look at East Carolina's record, obviously it doesn't look great on paper, but as you said, you looked at the film. How do you guys make sure you aren't too complacent, that you don't let something like that fool you into being comfortable again, especially going into such a hostile environment?
Right. That's a really good point. No, you can never be complacent. This is college football. This is you know, they got guys on scholarship just like we do, and regardless of what, you know, media, stats, even a record says, you know, you got to show up and be ready to play for 60 minutes on Saturday. You know, it's like you said, it's going to be a hostile environment. They're going to be flying around ready to hit people. I know our defense is going to be ready to knock some heads, so it's going to be fun.
Jordan Hudson's quietly leading the team in receiving, but coaches are talking about, how they need to continue to see more out of him in terms of, I guess not grasping the full playbook, but just being able to do everything that you guys asked of him. How big was the bye week for a guy like that who's still new, kind of learning and things like that?
Well, it's great. Yeah, bye week is huge, just all around scheme wise. But yeah, J-Hud's one of the most special players I've ever played with. I mean, you see the freakish athleticism, just the way, whenever the ball's in the air, he seems to come down with it, no matter what. And I'll tell you, like, I know you guys see what he does on the field, but that dude is hungry. He really is the opposite of complacent. He wants to be in the books. He wants to get this playbook down, and he's really doing a great job. He's really impressed me this whole year from start to finish. So I've got a ton of faith and a ton of confidence in him.
What have you seen from the run game the last few weeks? Kamar got his couple opportunities, and then obviously what Jalen did with the big run, but also kind of as a whole the last week, it kind of seems like that part of the offense is kind of getting going a little bit.
Yeah, I know. That's the quarterback's best friend is having a good run game, and I think that's more than anything, that's probably more of a testament to our O-line, just how well they've been able to day in, day out show up ready to practice, and then on game day, there's never been a doubt in my mind that they're the most physical unit on the field. So they've done a great job, and then all of our running backs are just so excited to play. Every single time we get the chance to play, Rooster's geeked up, LJ's geeked up. They're all just having a great time and ready to go on Saturday, and they've done a great job executing and doing their job. So it really makes my job a lot easier.
Kind of with that, the offensive line has kind of shifted a little bit. I know all offseason there was talk about liking a lot of guys and being able to do things. Do you notice much of a difference no matter what 5 guys are out there in front of you?
I really don't. No, I really don't. I have confidence in whoever's going to be in the rotation. Obviously it sucks when a guy like J.O. gets banged up. He's incredibly talented, really special. Different guys like Sparks, Cameron, getting banged up. That's always, you always notice it, but you don't necessarily bank on like, oh, I have to have him in, or we're not going to be able to take care of the job. We've got plenty of guys that we can put in and still be able to execute.
Heading into Charlotte, Coach kind of described you guys as a between the 20s team, and it looked like you guys got to figure it out and start kind of punching it in against Charlotte. What kind of change for you guys on the field there?
I think it's just mindset. It's just the refusal to be stopped once we get into the red zone more than anything. Because red zone, playing inside the 20s is a really big part of football. You have your game plan, your scheme that you're doing first and second down, open field, and then once you get into the red zone, usually everybody has a different sort of nuance and twist that they put on their scheme. And so, we have a really good plan going into this game in the red zone. I know they're going to have a good plan for us too, but more than anything, it's a mindset. So we just got to have that mindset that once we get inside the 20, we're going to score.
Thanks, Preston.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.